So we were talking during the break, and you said that you think the Dems are weak on this. This is my challenge. I'm watching these men. It's been clear multiple men broke the law. We've seen rank and file Proud Boys get carted off. I want to know when we're going to see these folks who are active elected members of Congress, people who were elected to the White House, Donald Trump, and all the people around him who clearly broke the law. When are we going to see them face consequences?
You're probably going to be waiting for a very long time, because Dems sort of operate as if there are rules, as if there's a protocol to this. Republicans do not. You have to just totally broaden this thing. You take January 6th, you take this committee, you take the Supreme Court rulings to understand what the Republican Party is doing. This is all part of the plan. And Democrats are acting as if, they're sort of sitting back, and as Joe Morton said on Scandal, there are bombs going around you, and you walk around like you're in a field of daisies. You have to operate as if you were in a war. And that is what's going on here. And as I watch these members of Congress complain about Supreme Court ruling, okay, what are you now going to do? I agree with protest, but are you protesting? Are you doing data collection? Who's showing up? Are you getting names and addresses? How are you pushing people? If you are a Democrat right now, you should be saying you've got to elect Mandela Barnes in Wisconsin, Ryan in Ohio, Fetterman in Pennsylvania, Beasley in North Carolina, Demings in Florida. You got to go hard and put money with Booker in Kentucky, Chambers in Louisiana. But they're not doing that. They're still playing a different game. You can actually codify Roe v. Wade. You can actually get For the People Act. You can minimize Sinema and Manchin, but you've got to have a plan. And let me remind folks, on April 4th, 1968, MLK gets assassinated. This is what Reverend Jim Lawson told me. There's a photo, historic photo. They're in MLK's hotel room, Tiffany. And you know what he said we're doing? We're planning. I said, Reverend Lawson, Dr. King just got assassinated on the balcony. He said, but the work continued. That is what they should be doing.
Yeah. I think you're right. My concern is when people hear that, especially voters who were saying, look, life is on the line. We've said this before, but now we're saying, you see what's happening here. And voters feel like, yeah, but we did that last time. We voted in Democrats. We voted for all the people y'all said to vote in. We did that. And what are y'all doing with this power that you have? Not a lot. That's how they view it. No, just explain how dangerous it is if Republicans take office. Well, the January 6th committee goes away.
But the thing about even going through the dangerous part, we already know that. But you still have to get that person over the hump. And so what Reverend Barber and the Poor People's Campaign is doing is walking people through the policies, showing them how they're affected. So if you're Biden, stop playing around, President Biden, and meet with the damn Poor People's Campaign. Meet with low-wage workers. Have a summit on poverty. Stop playing these games. And so they have to be willing to act as if they're in a war. The Republicans and conservatives have been engaged in a 50-year plan. Your think tank, your media, your political leaders, all towards that. Democrats are still going, oh, no, we'll be protected by this, by that. No, you can't depend on that. And so you must be playing the long game, and the actions can't be about you. It must be about your children's children. That has to be their attitude. And unfortunately, they still are right now in a position of being shell-shocked. No, give people a plan of action and say, do this now.
Yeah, I got to say, when I saw them standing on the steps singing God Bless America, I'm like, that ain't it.
No, what they should have been singing is Reverend Charles Jenkins' song, This Means War. That's what they should have been singing. That's the posture they need. And when you do that, people go, I'm a run behind you. When you're in a war, generals lead, troops follow. The problem is the troops are waiting for the generals to lead.
Well, if it were me, I'd be singing Kendrick Lamar right about now. So I don't even know if I want to hear it.
I'll be singing Whoop That Trick, but that's just me.
Same page, you and me, same.